Hello everyone, welcome back to Exam Keeper in Dentistry. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic from conservative dentistry, fundamentals of tooth preparation. This topic is very important for BDS exam, viva and clinical understanding. So watch this video till the end. So, classification of the tooth preparation. So, based on number of surfaces involved, so it is divided into three: simple, compound and complex. So based on number of surface involved, first one is simple, where only two surface is involved, this one. And second one is compound, where two surfaces are involved, first and second. Complex, where three or more surfaces are involved, occlusal surface, or either it is mesial or distal. So three surfaces are involved. So tooth preparation wall, there are two types of wall, internal wall and external wall. So internal wall means which does not extend to the external tooth surface. It is of two types, axial wall and pulpal wall. So axial wall is an internal wall which is parallel to the long axis of the tooth. So this one is axial wall, which is parallel to the long axis of the tooth, and pulpal wall is an internal wall which is perpendicular to the long axis of the tooth. So this one is pulpal wall, it is perpendicular to the long axis of the tooth and it is located on the occlusal of the pulp. And while external wall, it is extend to the external surface of the tooth and named according to the tooth surface. Suppose the distal, so it is named as distal external wall. Facial, so it is termed as facial external wall. Lingual surface and gingival seat. So these are the external wall. Now tooth preparation angle. So line angle means it is a junction of the tooth surface. It is a junction of the two planar surface. Suppose this one, this one is line angle. So it is a junction of the two planar surface, that is a distal wall and the pulpal floor. While point angle is a junction of the three planar surface of different orientation. Suppose this one is perpendicular. So this and this. So this one is point angle. So definition of tooth preparation. So tooth preparation is defined as it is a mechanical alteration of defective, injured or diseased tooth in order to best receive a restorative material which will re-establish the healthy state of the tooth, including the aesthetic correction when indicated along with normal forms and function. So it means it is a mechanical alteration of a defective, injured or diseased tooth so that it can properly receive a restorative material and restore health, function and aesthetic of the tooth. So what is the indication of the tooth preparation? So this one not is restorative material, it is a tooth preparation. So what is the indication? Tooth preparation is done in the following condition: dental caries, traumatic injuries, aesthetic needs, repair or replacement of the previous restoration and correction of the development defects. So now the tooth preparation stage. Tooth preparation is divided into two stages: initial tooth preparation and final tooth preparation. So initial tooth preparation, step 1, outline form and initial depth. In step 2, primary resistance form. In step 3, primary retention form, and in step 4, convenience form. So in final tooth preparation, in step 5, removal of any remaining infected dentine and or old restorative material if indicated. In step 6, pulp protection if indicated. In step 7, secondary resistance and retention form, and in step 8, procedure for finishing the external wall. And step 9, final procedure, which is cleaning, inspecting and sealing. So outline, so first one is outline form and initial depth. So outline form means placing preparation margins in the final position. So outline form is defined as placing the preparation margins in the position so they will occupy in the final tooth preparation except for finishing the enamel wall and margins. So it also includes preparing the initial depth of 0.2 to 0.8 mm into the dentine. So initial depth will be 0.2 to 0.8 mm mm into the dentine. So total depth may be 1.5 to 2 mm. So it is a total depth. So what is the features of the outline form? So features are preserving cuspal strength, preserving marginal ridge, and minimizing the buccolingual extension. And if distance between the two folds is less than 0.5 mm, so connect them. Now, limiting the depth of preparation of 0.2 to 0.8 mm into the dentine from the DE junction, and use enamel plasty wherever indicated. Now, the outline form for the pit and fissure laser are removing all the defective areas, remove all supported enamel rods, avoid margins in high stress area. Now limit depth of preparation to 0.2 mm into the dentine. So total depth can be 1.5 to 2 mm, and join two cavity if less than 0.2 mm of enamel present them. So this one is diagram. So you can see the depth will be 0.2 to 0.8 mm there from the DE junction into the dentine. So total depth will be the 1.5 to 2 mm. Okay, 1.5 to 2 mm total depth, and 0.28 mm into the dentine from the DE junction. In second diagram, in first diagram you see there is two defect are present. So if the defect will be less than 0.5 mm, so the two defect will be connected into one. Okay. Now avoid the preparation margin high stress area. Involve all the pit and fissure which cannot be managed by enamel plasty, and isthmus width will be 1/4 of the intercostal distance, and extend the outline form to have the convenience form. Now outline form for class 2nd lesion. Now margins, preparation margin of sound tooth structures. So the axial wall depth will be 0.2 to 0.8 mm into the dentine. So this one is axial wall, which is perpendicular to the long axis. So its depth will be 0.2 to 0.8 mm into the dentine, and axial wall will be parallel to the tooth surface, while gingival seed, this gingival seed which is in violet color, so this gingival seed is apical to the contact, and 0.5 mm of clearance from the adjacent tooth. So the distance will be gingival seed from the adjacent tooth will be 0.5 mm, and the width of the gingival seed will be 0.8 mm. Enamel plasty. So enamel plasty means removal of the sharp and irregular enamel margins by rounding or saucering them and converting into the smooth surface, making the self-cleaner area indicated when caries involved less than 1/3 of the thickness of the enamel. So suppose this one is fissure, so this one is fissure, so here is caries involved. So by the enamel plasty we convert it into the round shape. Okay, convert into round shape where less than 1/3 of the thickness of the enamel caries present. So enamel plasty does not extend the outline form. Here fissure is made into the saucer shaped areas with mild removal of the enamel. Now then step 2, primary resistance form. So in primary resistance forms help the tooth and restoration to withstand the masonry forces. So it is a shape and placement of the preparation walls to best enable both the tooth and restoration to withstand without fracture the stresses of the masonry force delivered principally along the long axis of the tooth. So features of the primary resistance form are, so it will be flat pulpal and gingival floor, adequate thickness of the restorative material, rounded internal line angles, inclusion of the weakened tooth and rounding of the internal line angles, and consideration of the curve capping when indicated. So you can see in diagram where if there is sharp point angle is present, so it will cause stress generated. So we will round it the point angle. So we rounded the point angle, so there is no stress generated. Now the third one is primary retention form. So primary retention forms prevent dislodgement of the restoration. So it is that form, shape and configuration of the tooth preparation that resistance the displacement or the removal of the restoration from the preparation under the lifting and the tipping of the masonry forces. So it can be done by method converging wall, occlusal dovetail and group lock. So this one is converging wall. In first diagram you see converging wall. Now the second one is occlusal dovetail. So this one called occlusal dovetail. And the third one is groups and the lock. So you make the groups and the lock. This one. This one is groups and the locks. Now step 4, convenience form. So convenience form provide better visibility, easy access and ease in preparation and restoration. So convenience form is that shape or form of the preparation that provide for adequate observation, accessibility and ease of operation in preparing and restoring the tooth. Now the final tooth preparation. Now final tooth preparation, step 5, the removal of any remaining pit and fissure, infected dentine and old restorative material if indicated. So removal of any remaining pit and fissure, infective dentine and all restorative material is the elimination of any infective caries, tooth structure or faulty restorative material left in the tooth after the initial tooth preparation. So why removal is necessary? Because the old restoration may affect aesthetic and may reduce retention and pulp may be symptomatic. So you have to remove the remaining infective dentine after the final initial tooth preparation. So the removal reason are the old material may affect negatively the aesthetic result of the new restoration. The old material may compromise the amount of anticipated needed retention, and because that is the old material having a weaker bond to the tooth than the new composite restoration, and the tooth valve was symptomatic pre-operative. So how to remove? So we can remove by a low speed round burr, light force and wiping motion, and we will do by the large spoon excavator, be removing the remaining infective dentine. Now step 6 is pulp protection, which is done when dentine is deep or pulp is near. Now step 7, secondary resistance and retention form. So secondary retention and retention form are of two types, mechanical preparation features and the third one is adhesive method. So in mechanical preparation features are groups, copes, slot, retentive locks, pins, skirts and amalgam pins. So you can see in first diagram where pin plays into the dentine and after we will place in the complex amalgam restoration. So it provides the mechanical preparation. It provides the secondary resistance and retention. And second method is adhesive method, where we will do etching primary and adhesive material. Step 8, that is a finishing of the external wall. So finishing the preparation wall is a further development when indicated of a specific cavo surface design and degree of smoothness or roughness that produce the maximum effectiveness of the restorative material being used. So what are the objectives? So objectives are, it will create best marginal seal. So it will create best marginal seal, smooth margins, and it provides maximum strength of tooth and restoration. So types of margins are butt joint, lab and slip joint. Now step 9, final procedure, which is include cleaning, inspecting and sealing. So cleaning of preparation wall, floor margins from the enamel and dentine chips resulting during the tooth preparation, then drying of the tooth preparation before inserting restorative material, and sterilization of the preparation wall. So definition of cleaning is debridement, that is cleaning of the tooth preparation involve the use of the air water syringe to remove visible debris with water and the excessive moisture with a few light bursts of air. So this was all about the complete fundamental of the tooth preparation explanation. If you found this video helpful, like, share and subscribe to Exam Key Point Dentistry. Thank you for the watching. See you in the next video.